Hi, this is John Darlington from Computer Science and Engineering Department, second year. You are on phase CS 107. This is my second lab exercise in System Software and Compiler lab. It is about symbol table. Okay, so it is about symbol table. So I'll show you the question. So it is about symbol table generation, and you can see here they have given a sample input and output for the symbol table, where we have 3 lines which is being given as an input. So you can see int a comma v5 character double and you can see a simple table. It consists of identifier, data type, return type, initial value, number of parameters, type of parameters, and you can see here. So each and everything, as we have done in the previous experiment number 1, token separation. So we are classifying each and every token, and we are arranging it as in this particular table. So what is identifier? Here A, B, C, and add as an identifier. So what is the data type which is being used here? A data type is integer, B data type is integer, C data type is character. So we are arranging it in a symbol table. Okay, so symbol table is one of the data structure which is being used in assembler. Okay, so it gives information about identifier, data type, scope of identifier, and so on and so forth. And the expression which you are giving as an input is being classified in the form of, it is being represented in the form of symbol table. Okay, so number of parameters, type of parameters, initial value, return type, and so on. Okay, so we are going to generate the symbol table. Okay, I have done using Java, and here you can see enter the number of lines. So similar thing which I have seen it. So I am using a for loop. I am going to increment it, and I have initialized d flag, id flag, and all number flag, count, and all that is 0. And here what you are going to do is you are going to split each and every token, right? Only when you split each and every token, you will be able to retrieve it, and you will be able to store it in the symbol table. And you cannot simply separate the token, split the token, and put it. So you have to put it in the right place. So for that we will be using a switch case. So whether it is a character, integer, float, then it should come under identifier. So as you can see, the input, output, sample output. See, if integer character comes, then it should be placed in the data type column, and also it should be corresponding to that particular identifier. If only since here A is an identifier, of this particular data type, so it should be matching it. So that is the thing we have to do it here. So we cannot simply split and put. We have to check the condition. For that only we will be using switch case, and each and everything, as we have done in the previous thing, we will be storing it in an array and we will be comparing it. Okay, so if it is equal, then that particular, it will be splitted and it will be put in that particular column. Okay, so here you can see I will be using, that's why we are using different types of flag. We are using d flag, id flag, and these are some of the variables which are being initialized as 0, and the count is being initialized as 1, because the user must enter an input. In order to perform this simple table generation, input should be given, so that then only we can be able to find the symbol table, and corresponding thingly, if it is a data type, then it can match and come. Okay, so that is the thing which is being typed here, and you can see here switch case. You can see there are different types of cases, an ID one and type flag, and if it is equal to, then what you have to do, val flag, else. You can see different things which are being coming here, and at last we will be printing the same ID, data type, and we will be printing it using the system.out.println statement. And for each and everything we'll be having a particular variable. So since we have initialized each and everything, this is identifier flag, data type flag, variable flag, and everything will be doing it, right? So each and everything will be typing. So whether it's identifier flag or according to that, these variables help in displaying the output. Okay, if it is an ID, then correspondingly that variable will be called, and what are the values which is being stored in that particular variable will be displayed under that particular column with respect to that identifier. Okay, and similar thing, that is the same thing we will be using here. So if it is an identifier, then we will be using only ID flag. Okay, we will be incrementing it, we will be checking whether if there is an extra identifier, then correspondingly we will be checking the data type where it is being present, and we will be giving different conditions. Okay, so here you can see count, number of flags, so how many flags are there. So we will be incrementing. If the data type is there, then see here you can see that int a comma b. So a is a identifier of integer data type. So we can see here there is another variable called as b, which is also of integer data type. So we have to increment the type flag, data type flag. Okay, we have initialized here, right? So we have a flag called as type flag. So that is why we are incrementing type flag here. Okay, so number of flags, type flag and all we are incrementing. The reason is two identifiers can have a same data type. So that is why we increment it, we check it out, and at last we display it. Okay, so similarly we will be checking the number of parameters, how much parameters does it have, and for the parameters also we will be doing the same thing. We will be keeping on incrementing. If there is more than 2 parameters or more, then we will be keeping on incrementing it, and only if there is no parameter, then we will be putting if-else statement. Okay, if there is a parameter, then execute these set of statements, else these set of statements should be executed. So you can see that if it is equal, then execute this, else execute this. So we will be using if-else statement for each and everything. For each and every flag we will be using type flag, ID flag, variable flag, identifier flag, and everything, each and every thing we will be using it. So that is the purpose of incrementing each and everything. And I will show you the output. Here you can see enter the number of lines. So number of lines is 3. So in A, equal to 5. Character C equal to D. Now you can see that identifier, data type, return type, initial value, number of parameters, and type of parameter. You can see identifier. What are the identifiers here? So I have given 3 lines, enter the number of lines, and I have entered these 3 lines. You can see here I have entered the 3 lines, and you can see identifier is nothing but A, B, C, and add. So what are the data type which is corresponding to that identifier A? It is int. Corresponding to identifier B is int. Corresponding to identifier C is character. Okay. Then what is the return type for add? It is double. Okay. So what is the initial value for A? It is 0. For B it is 5. For C it is D. And number of parameters, how many parameters does it have? It has two parameters. You can see inside the add function there are two parameters. One is x and y, two parameters. And what are the type of parameters? It is of intent. So intent. And this is about a symbol table. The sequence of instructions is being given, and you are going to classify it in the form of symbol table, which is a data structure which is being used in assembler. And that is all about a symbol table generation. Thank you.